Hey guys, so this week I got a request from one of my clients to do a video on PMS cravings, which I thought was really good because at the moment actually all you guys are females, so it works well to make a video on PMS cravings, on PMS in general, and what it actually means and how to deal with it. So basically, we know as women, we get periods, it's natural, it's what happens. What happens during the luteal phase of your period? Generally, you will find you may have more cravings to sweet foods, you may be a little bit more irritable, your digestion may be a little bit funky. This is all completely natural because what is happening within your cycle and within your body is. Your insulin sensitivity is decreasing. Basically, there's a lot more things going on and changes of your hormones, your progesterone, your estrogen. The levels of which is normally stable throughout the month is obviously peaking and falling depending on, where you are in your period. But when you get to this particular phase of your period, that's when those cravings tend to come out. I've reached out to a few other trainers as well, just asking, how they deal with it. Because me personally, I'm kind of lucky, I guess. I don't have PMS cravings as such. I just have everyday cravings for sweet foods because I have a massive sweet tooth. But I will share a few of my tips with what I do for my everyday cravings because I assume that, you guys can try that if you've got PMS cravings as well. And yeah, just see how you go. So I've actually jotted it down in front of me because there's a few points. So basically, one thing that's really important is during this time of month, you want to make sure that you are eating enough protein and healthy fats. Having a decreased insulin sensitivity means you are generally going to be a bit hungrier. Food might not fill you up as much, and protein and fats are the two key macronutrients at doing that. So protein is obviously going to keep you fuller for longer. In terms of a thermogenic effect as well, it actually helps you burn more calories. So yeah, you take calories in when you eat it, but your body will be burning more calories processing that food. Fats, of course, are essential for healthy brain function, healthy skin, hair, nails, general overall well-being. But again, fats slow down digestion. So if your insulin sensitivity is quite high and digesting food, it's easy, so your blood sugar will go up and then you just drop straight back down. That's where you want the fats to kind of stabilize your blood sugar so you don't get as hungry as often. Your moods don't change as much, which we know during PMS is we can get a little bit snappy. So, if you keep your hunger under control, it definitely helps with that. And that's where having high protein and medium to high fat diet, of course, the right fats. So avocado, dark chocolate, nuts, seeds, healthy fish, all those things are really good for you rather than your saturated fats like cookies, chips, Moro bars, all that jazz. So you want to keep those high. You want to have lots of veggies, fill you up. Drink lots of water as well because that's also going to keep you nice and full. So I love chocolate, and one thing that I have found helps to kind of satisfy my chocolate cravings is I will get crafty with what I use. So most of you guys probably know I'm a little bit alternative with some of the ingredients that I will add in. But chocolate protein powder has been like a huge savior to me. So let me know if you want to know the best websites to get it. My friend from Reactive Supplements, Mike, he has the best quality whey protein, completely pure. You flavor it yourself, and the flavorings are made with stevia. Now the chocolate flavoring is just to die for. It is so sweet. But it's really nice. It's completely natural. And what I will do is I will actually get a scoop of protein, flavor it with a chocolate, make a normal protein shake, and then heat it up in a saucepan or something so it makes a hot chocolate. And that has been like my go-to for ages. I used that when I was prepping for a competition. I use it if I have any cravings at night. Basically, it honestly tastes like a hot chocolate, and you're looking at 24 grams of protein, zero sugar, zero fat. It's going to be good for your metabolism, good for your body, good for recovery, good for everything. You don't have to use protein powder as well. Like you can get completely, you don't need protein powder. Protein, I'm going to do another video on that probably next week. But yeah, completely natural protein is fine for you, so don't worry about that. But if you don't have protein powder, you can make your own like hot chocolate. So if you use pure cocoa powder, raw is always good. Stevia and like a bit of almond milk or coconut milk. I'd always go for a non-dairy milk basically because it's better than actual. I find dairy personally upsets me. It upsets a lot of people. There are studies that show it can cause inflammation in your body, but again, you have to find what works for you. If you find you digest dairy fine, then absolutely go with dairy. But I just prefer non-dairy milks. Just I feel better. So yeah, so you can get like a tablespoon of cocoa, stevia, or maple syrup. That's also a really good natural sweetener. And then add in your non-dairy milk or your dairy milk. Again, saucepan, heat it up. Delicious. It's like a hot chocolate and it's really nice. So those are two kind of things you can make. The other thing I love to make is kind of a weird again. So you get yogurt. Greek yogurt is great. And then I will add into that again a teaspoon of cocoa powder or hot chocolate. The mix that's sweetened with stevia, or I'll just use normal chocolate protein powder. Mix that, put it in the freezer, and then get it out in like a few hours, and it's delicious. It's honestly like frozen yogurt. I'll even add nuts into that as well. There is a whole lot of thoughts around specific PMS cravings being caused by deficiencies. Personally, I think this is honestly a load of rubbish. The reason people say that is because they kind of want an excuse to be able to eat like heaps of chocolate or go out and have a treat as such because, they're deficient in magnesium. I mean, again, get a blood test done to make sure you're not. But personally, yeah, I sort of think it's a mental band-aid to make things feel better about having to stick to a diet. So, but you can add in nuts there if you feel you are deficient in magnesium. They often say that if you crave chocolate, it's because you're deficient in magnesium. So you could add nuts in there. But yeah, I'll add nuts in, stir it, get it out in 2 hours' time, and it's honestly like frozen yogurt. Really delicious snack as well. It satisfies that sweet tooth, and just, yeah, give it a go. The other thing you can try is a chocolate mousse made from avocado. Really nice, really creamy. I've actually attached that in the video for this week's newsletter as well, so feel free to give that a go. You can always, the other thing too is, dark chocolate itself is actually really good for you. It's really high in antioxidants, good for your skin, good for your overall health. So again, you could always just have a few, if you're good with portion control, have a few cubes of dark chocolate as well. 2 or 3, it will satisfy that sweet tooth, which is what you're after as well. Nothing wrong with chocolate, just obviously everything in moderation. So, if you try all these alternatives and you're like, at the end of the day, I just want real food, just have the chocolate. It's not going to hurt you. As long as you factor it into your meal plan and make sure that, for the rest of the day, you're eating pretty nutritious and healthiest foods as well. The other thing you can do is even have like hot herbal teas, anything that's like sweet tea. I find that helps as well. Again, it's satisfying those sweet cravings, which is what you're trying to achieve. So again, yeah, any herbal teas are always really nice as well. But other than that, also look at your lifestyle. So try and distract yourself from your cravings. Try some restorative yoga, go for a walk outside, get amongst nature. If you like music, get into that. Learn a new language. Do something that distracts your mind so it actually takes you away from the cravings itself, and you'll realize that it's just your body going through this period of time. If you train your mind, eventually, things won't seem as hard and you'll find ways to deal with when you have the PMS cravings. So, I hope that video helped this week. I love getting suggestions from you guys as well. So if you have any ideas for things that you want to see, just let me know and I will make sure that I put them in the next video. Other than that, guys, feel free to give the mousse a go. Let me know how it goes. I see Michaela tried the fruit balls, which is awesome, so love hearing your feedback. Yeah, have a great week. Hit the gym tomorrow and I will see you guys next week.